Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of UX Clicks. We're here to be your mentors and help you on the journey into the wonderful world of user experience design. So today we are here to help you to kind of prep with how to explain your UX process on within an interview. We've got 8 different subjects which you should really think through for each of your projects. That gives you kind of an understanding of where you started, what you kind of learned with each part of the process that you did, and then what your kind of outcome was. So we'll run through these, jot them down, take some notes, and have a think how you would answer each of these for each of your projects. That way, when you go into your interview, you'll be able to kind of move around each project and make sure that you cover all bases. So first up, start with why you were hired. Why were you pulled into the project? Are you a lone UXer? What was the company's problem, and what were you set out to do?
Cool. Yeah, this is really a good one because it gives the person you're talking to the context of how did you start and what was the reason you were there in the first place and what was the problem you were trying to solve. And now, next point is what research have you done based on what problem you had to solve? Okay, so think about what kind of research you were doing, interviews, analysis of Google Analytics, and so on and so on. So what kind of things you've done for your initial research?
Yeah, next thing, what insights? So what insights did you get from that research, and what was the things that the data was saying about the kind of behaviors of your company's clients at that point? What sort of like set you on to the next stage of the process?
Now, from there, think about what kind of insights dictated your design. Look, so from your research, what kind of insights you had, and then how those insights influenced your design decisions. You know, like for example, we decided that this is the color that our users probably are used the most, and they would like to see it in our digital product. Or we're gonna go with mobile solution, app solution, or web solution. Where were the insights that dictated the design?
Yeah, why did you make those choices that you made? Next up is stakeholder management. It's a question and something you will have to do in all of your projects is how did you approach this? What were you doing? Were you having regular catch-ups? Was it kind of one-on-one with your product owner? What was the process? How did you feed in? How did you get them to feed in to what was happening?
Yeah. So next up is user testing and validation. So when you had your initial design, you talked to the stakeholders and so on, what would the user testing and validation of those designs and assumptions you have done?
Yeah, what were the challenges with that? Were they easy to find? How did you go about finding your customers to do users on? Were you doing guerrilla testing? There's a whole load of subjects under that you could think about.
And next one is work with dev team. So working with developers, some people find very challenging, some people find very easy, but nevertheless, whatever is your experience, just prepare for that, answering that question. How did you work with devs? Did you prepare assets? How did you prepare the assets? Was it in Photoshop, JPEGs? Did you cut out the images and so on and so on? Did you support them on the, all of the process of delivering of the solution?
Were they feeding into the solution? Yeah,
exactly. That's a very important one.
And finally, what was the outcome? The results of the work that you did, your learning, your research, how did the user testing kind of change what you did? Think about the kind of rounding up of your whole story.
Yes. So basically what we would recommend you do now is to follow those questions. How did you start? Why the company hired you? What was the problem you were trying to solve? What research did you do to solve this problem? What insights did you have from that particular research? How those insights dictated your design decisions? What kind of interactions with stakeholders you had? what kind of validation, user testing you've done, how did you work with development team, and what outcome and results did you have from your project. Now take those points and think about every project that you've done so far and try to answer those questions. That should give you a great preparation for interview to talk about your UX process and stay on track and be able to tell the whole story.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's it from us for today. Thanks very much. If you like our stuff, please click subscribe. We aim to deliver a new video once a week. I hope you're enjoying. Any questions, comment, and we'll do our best to help.
Bye!
Bye.